Get him, get him.
Oh my God!
Calm down. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here.
Oh, yeah! Yeah, dude!
Dude.
6 pounds, 11 ounces. Oh,
Oh my. Limp. That's what I've been waiting for all day.
that's over 6.
True. And that one's, oh, here he goes.
Go!
Good?
That's a big fish.
Full hand on tail. Yeah, it looks sick. Good to go.
Look how broad that thing is.
I wonder if that was the one that followed me in.
Beautiful.
Oh my God.
Holy sh! God. What a beast.
Oh wow. That might be a 4. That might be a 4.
Yeah, it's a 4. You guys show that off too. 4 pounds, 12 ounces. Holy. Oop.
Another good one.
Holy sh! What the? Is that another 6?
Could be.
It's the second giant of the day, proving that point. Oh, oh my God! Oh my God!
Yes!
Big baits, big fish. There we go. 5 pounds, 6 ounces. Beauty! Dude, I'm not even joking. It happened again.
You kidding me?
Nope.
Is it big?
Oh! That's strong.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
That's a fat fish, dude.
Come on, 4.
Holy. Dude. Holy hell, that's long.
Yeah, it is.
5, 4, 6. What?
Yeah. Just rock.
Got him. Get in here, you. There's another 6. You. That's a big fish.
6'10". Woo-hoo-hoo. Little fatty.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Hi.
How we doing? Wow, my face is tan. We got a lot of sun over the weekend. Yeah. This is the first time I actually really been able to look at myself since I got home. Even when I was like brushing my teeth this morning, I was so tired. It was just kind of like zombie mode. No, not like that. That's the OF mode.
The OF mode.
We didn't make it 30 seconds late. We already got demonetized.
Yep. See you later. All right. See you next week.
Have a good night, everybody. Oh, anyway. Hey, hopefully everybody. Damn, your face is dark. Hey, thanks. Although now it's a little beet red from laughing so hard. But you know what? It was a good weekend. Should have been better, but it was pretty good.
I hooked into an absolute giant. Dude, that was 100% a muskie.
I think it was.
It was. It was brown,
Yeah.
not green.
No, you're right. And it was huge. It wasn't just long. It was thick. It's like
was-
that one you caught at the other place, but this one is even bigger.
This
'Cause
was
had
way
length.
bigger.
The other one you caught was just round. It's still long, but it was like way more round than length.
Right.
And then this one was just both. He hooked into what we're positive was a muskie, and it was dumb.
Massive.
It was
Absolutely massive. On a $230 bait that I threw for the first time.
after a year and like
2
3 months.
Almost 2 years.
It wasn't this year's show. It was the year before. It
was the year before that.
No, you got it the same year I did.
I don't know. Did I?
Yeah, you did.
2 years ago.
Just about.
Almost 2 years ago.
Yeah,
So-
Mark, I feel that. It was very hot today.
Oh, I loved it.
Shut
Our
up.
freaking forklift got stuck in the pavement.
Oh, did it
It
really?
sunk in, and we had all 4 of us pushing on it to get it.
Did you get it?
Oh yeah.
God.
Steve's like, yeah, we probably shouldn't leave that outside anymore.
All right, before we truly get started, first off, apologies for not doing last week because I don't remember what came up. But we didn't do it. Wait, is that true? No, we did. What the hell did I not do?
2 weeks ago,
Oh, it was
we
2
didn't do
weeks ago they didn't do it. Wow. Everything's blurring together. I'm going to blink and it's going to be iCast.
When is iCast?
Middle of July. I have so much stuff to do between
Is it
stuff
the
at
same
home.
time next year?
Yeah, probably.
I'll meet you there.
I like it. Thinking. Oh, for some reason, all right, a couple of things. I'm all over the place. I have no idea what day of the week or number of the month it is anymore because everything's so busy. I'm going to blink. It's going to be middle of July. I'm going to wonder what the hell happened in the year. Work projects are going insane. Getting ready to ramp up. Get ready for ICAST. Travel for work. Travel for pleasure. I've got a few more travel things coming up. It's going to be wild. And then this is not on Facebook tonight because StreamYard and Facebook refuse to cooperate with each other tonight. I have no idea why. So it is what it is. And I apologize for anybody that sees this after the fact that couldn't watch it on Facebook, but not my doing. I didn't do this intentionally. It just happens. For those that are here, though, appreciate you. Do me a favor. Leave a like on the stream if you haven't done that already. Share it for those that have been doing it. Thank you very much. I have slacked the last couple weeks on thanking people when I see it on Facebook.
Thanks, everybody.
And Instagram. I have been posting so late because I've been so busy that I haven't been able to make a regular Instagram post like I have been. It makes it easier for people to share. So we're going to get back on track next week because like everything returns to normal next week, at least for the next month and a half. And it's just going to be pandemonium. That's a lie. There's nothing normal about what I have going on. It's a lot. In a good way, though. So it is what it is. I tell you what, I got home, everybody talking about the heat. It was 86 in my house, and I didn't get to work till 7:05. I got in at 8:30 and left at 7:05. Not fun. But got in 86 in the house. I'm like, all right, still wearing like, all my work gear. I'm like, just grabbing the air conditioners. Wife's like, you don't have to do it right now. I'm like, yeah, I don't. I'm doing that right now. We have no choice.
AC is, my room is going to be a freaking sauna tonight.
Yep.
I'm not sleeping.
No, dude, I know I'm going to struggle. I might go just take a cold shower before I get in bed because I know it's going to help. Tell you what, long-term plans, but not too long for the house because we have just an insane amount of equity.
Central Air.
Yep. We're due, I'm not sure what the best avenue will be, but we'll figure that out. But put an addition on the house with another big garage for the boat so I can keep it in there. It's semi-heated during the winter, which would be helpful, like hugely helpful. I don't care about my truck. I can park outside. And with that, we'll like redo the kitchen and a bunch of stuff, but I am absolutely putting in central AC when I do that too.
Just do a couple mini splits.
I thought about doing that, but then I was like, if I'm going to do everything, I'll because it's a split level ramp. So they put the condenser, outside or whatever, and then they mount it to the side of the house. They run all the stuff up into the attic, the crawl space, and then they just plumb it into all the rooms individually. I don't need it down here in the basement. It's cool down here.
Yeah, it's nice down here.
So instead of doing the mini splits, I can just literally put in like the proper thing. And some of my neighbors did. They said they loved it. It worked great. I think it was like 10K.
The guzzle is the best part. I don't know where that's coming from, but I agree with you.
Not really sure how we got here, but here we are.
Central Air, guzzling.
Took a couple of hard turns here. All right, let's talk fishing. We went to Lake Champlain for a long weekend. Andrew was only there for 2 days, but I was there for 5. And I will say, I suck. Simple as that. I know I'm being overly hard on myself, and it's a little dramatic, but...
I did.
It did. No, it didn't.
It didn't, but it did.
We did. Dude, we could not figure out where the pre-spawn smallies were still biting. And in some cases, like my buddy Dennis, that we've had on the show several times, he's still up there, he found a bunch of post-spawners. Like, he ran through a bunch of smallies, and he found, like, hundreds of beds, and they were all completely abandoned, empty. He didn't see a single fish on them. So, we just, very, very, very poor timing. And then, so, too many false positives, seeing fish running in areas. Literally every spot we ran to, we could physically see fish. And we just couldn't figure out how to get them to bite in all but 2 areas at the end of it. You got like 1 or 2 here and there over 5 days, but really like for consistency, 2 spots. And so I was talking to a coworker about this today, just to put in perspective how much water we covered. The last day that Andrew was there on Sunday, we ran 59 miles.
Did we really?
Yep. I literally mapped it on Google Maps and I measured. And I was doing like, I wasn't going straight line point to point, but I wasn't being like super meticulous and mapping out the exact path we took, to go from the gut all the way up to the Alberg. I did like 4 points, right? So I made sure that my path wasn't running through the friggin' shore at any point. I did that to every spot we ran. 59 miles. 59 friggin' miles we ran in the boat on Sunday alone. I burned over 300, and my best guess is about $350 in gas total in 5 days.
Jesus. Well, 5 days.
Yeah, dude.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And I know it's a 250 horse, 21 foot. I had 3 people in it almost all weekend, all but the last 3 out of the 5 days, 3 out of the 4.5. Monday was a full day. Tuesday we only fished for like 5 hours, and we never left the gut. We just fished inside of there, so it didn't even really run it. It just idled. So it really, in essentially 4 days, $350 in gas.
That's a lot.
Can't say we didn't try.
No, we tried our asses off.
Did I show you the heat map? I don't want to show everybody else because I just don't want to give up this information. But did I show you the heat map of every spot we went to?
No.
It is...
It's just hotter than everything else.
Every single one of those dots. And mind you, there's just like a broad dot. So there's some places we worked a long stretch, so those dots are really deceiving.
Pretty much everywhere we went.
You name it, north of like Apple Marine, the cutover from Burlington over to South Hero, we fished it. Anywhere north of that line. Absolutely ridiculous how much water we covered. But, man.
East side and west side.
Yeah. 3, 2. And so, the gist of everything was chasing false positives too much. And that's something we've talked about how many times?
All the time?
All the time. And I fell victim to the one thing I keep reminding you all not to fall victim to. Don't chase false positives. Guess what I did for 4 days? Chase false positives. And I tell you, if it wasn't for Dennis saving our ass at the end of it, I don't know how the rest of that weekend would have gone.
I'm sure you would have figured something out. The wind picked up, you would have figured something out.
The wind never picked up.
I thought it did the last 2 days.
No, only on Monday morning.
Oh.
Because it was blowing pretty good. Like, I mean, decent, like 10, 12 miles an hour out of the south. And we're on the northern end. So Monday was kind of choppy, which is great. It's the first time I've actually been able to run my nitro, like, hard. And for a long time. And it was phenomenal. I didn't look at the gauges. I was like, nope, I'm just going to, this is nice. It's like a nice 2-foot chop. Running a couple sections, like 3-footers. So nothing overly crazy, but certainly not smooth. And I just let her eat, and I got into a happy spot where I'm like, this is as fast as I can comfortably go, mind you, with 4 GoPros mounted to my windshields. So I had a little bit more room in there, but I was comfortable with it. And I ran like a full mile doing that. Then I looked down, I was like, holy crap, I'm doing 57, which is not very fast, but that's still awesome that even in that chop, with all the crap on there and being mindful of the GoPros mounted to my old flimsy windshields, I was still able to do 57, and it was comfortable. I didn't feel like I was beating the crap out of ourselves. I couldn't even get my Skeeter out to 57 myself, like just me in it. And then when we ran into that stuff, 25 to 30, and it hurt with every wave.
Dude, it hurt in the passenger seat way more.
Yeah, because you had nothing to hold. You didn't have the whole steering wheel to hold on to.
No, I had one handle here and then the seat to hold on to.
Yeah.
See ya.
Let's see how quickly I can do this, and then we can get into questions for anybody that wants to know specifics. Like I saw one from Chris. I'll go ahead and star that for later. Friday morning, I took out 2 subscribers, and it looked like it was going to go exactly the way we had anticipated it would for this time of the year. We're up there a week earlier than any of the last 3 years have come up here. And by noon, everything completely changed. The bite died. Just couldn't figure it out. And I was like, you know what? It is what it is. Water temp was all over the place. And we usually use the gut kind of as like an overall barometer of what else could be happening on the inland sea side, so Vermont side of North Hero, South Hero, and then the New York side going over towards Plattsburgh, run up to Missisquoi, like all those areas, trying to work like key areas with like high current. And everything I saw in the gut was like, this is weird. So we didn't have like a very definitive, okay, this is happening because we hammered them doing this, or we saw exactly this, or we didn't see anything like we've seen what year. So not too far from there, there's another area that, I'll put it this way, if the gut is like prime pre-spawn and they're all just running shallow and you're hammering them, this other spot for the last 2 years was Bed City. And there was 1 year that go to the gut, there's nothing in there. So you go up to this other spot and it was prime pre-spawn. So being in the gut, seeing the way the fish were reacting and thinking like, damn, they're about to start fanning beds. I was convinced of it. And I was right in the end because the last day they were there on Tuesday, I don't even think I told you this yet. I must have ran over like 500 beds. And we did not fish that much water. Every 10 feet, there was a bed.
Jesus.
I had the trolling motor on high. We were just burning the shoreline. So I completely disregarded that other spot because I was like, no, it's going to be Bed City and I'm not going to do that. That's just not what I want to do. And both David and I were in a tournament too, an online tourney for the weekend, and we were just like, we don't want to do that. When Andrew left, and we didn't do crap that morning. We all caught 1 each. and we fished from like 8 to 2, 1:32ish. I said, screw it, let's go up there. I don't even care if we got to pick off beds because I just want to get fish in for the tournament and just try and win a bait and be done with this. And we got up there. The water was 74 degrees.
Jesus.
Yep. Couldn't believe it. But they were biting.
Summer pattern.
I could see them on live. And there was a few that we caught because of live, like seeing them throwing a jig in their face and they just nose down on it and hammer it. But otherwise, just a lot of blind casting. And the majority of the fish we caught were out in like 6 to 8 feet. So after spinning our wheels for 3.5 days, on the end of that 4th day, we got a pattern going. Stealth craw, not just green pumpkin like usual. It had to be stealth craw with a green pumpkin trailer. And we made that work. And we went back there Monday morning and did the same thing. The bite kind of died after 2 hours. And then we ran probably another 50-ish miles of water trying to find something because you texted me what Steve had said. Ran out, tried a couple of spots, couldn't get anything going. I understand now where I wasn't looking right. But at the time, I had no idea. So we went back to that first spot. We caught more fish. So at this point now, in 2 straight days, 1 spot. And then Dennis gets there Monday afternoon. He texts us at the end of the day. And he's like, I went out for 2.5 hours and caught 20 pounds on my best 5, and I caught like 20 fish. I was like, mother effer. So I was like, please tell me what you're doing and where. So he tells me everything. Red. Out of all the jackhammers and swim baits and everything that we threw, red was the one color we didn't do. And we went out the next morning, and Dave tied on red, and it was like flipping a switch on the fish. And we got into him. The last piece of this information, Dave had 10 fish in the boat before I even got one. And I was pissed. I wasn't pissed because of his success. I was pissed at myself because I could not understand what I was doing wrong. And I knew that at that point my bad attitude was really starting to impact my fishing. And typically I throw the Douglas LRS 765 XF. 765F, which is kind of a stiffer rod. Not as stiff as I normally would for a jackhammer, but pretty stiff. And Dave showed me the rod he's using. It's a Mega Bass P5 Destroyer. And it was like all backbone, but then a lot of flexible tip. I was like, thought back to last year at ICAST. And I ran to Jimmy Reese, professional angler, fishes for the Douglas team, and I was talking to the Douglas booth, and we got talking about jigs and jackhammers, and he was like, you got to run a softer rod. You're not getting the most out of your jackhammer, you got to run softer. So later that year, you were with me, I tried that softer rod, and I lost every single fish I hooked that day. And I was like, nope, can't do it. So I went back to the rod I was always using, found success. And then this all happens Tuesday morning. I'm like, what? This is, you know what? I caught the fish, and I remember saying to Dave, you know what? I'm going to try something. So I picked up my jig rod, Douglas X Matrix DXC 715F. And it's kind of between a medium heavy and a fast, maybe a little closer to a medium heavy really in the end. But it was very similar to his Mega Bass. A lot of backbone, but like a lot of flexibility just at the tip for the last couple of guides. So I grabbed that, and he was using a 7.1 to 1 reel, and I had my Lose Elite that was a 7.5. And I was like, okay, now we're really apples to apples. First cast I hooked up. 2 casts later I hooked up. Next cast after that I hooked up. And I was like, holy shit. That was literally the first time I've ever fished where the rod action made all the difference in the world in that jackhammer. Because everything else I had was identical to what Dennis and David were throwing. Except for the rod. I changed the rod, and I immediately started catching fish. It's like everything else we've ever talked about. There are there's outliers for everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude.
I wasn't there. I can't talk on it.
Yeah. But so like you were saying, I know jokingly, you're like, I'm bad luck. No, you weren't bad luck. We took a gamble on a spot. We literally went up there to fish for beds. Because I was convinced it was
bad luck. I went striper fishing yesterday. The bait was blowing up literally 10 feet offshore in front of me, and I lost 2 baits. I lost my big spoon.
And you lost that?
Oh, yeah. Nah, I'm not mad about that. Dude, it was just like a pike hook set. Thump.
Bluefish?
Blue.
Yeah.
I couldn't have been any more happy. I left with a big smile on my face and drove through that lightning storm.
Yeah, dude, I saw your story on the storm. I was like, holy hell.
Yeah, it was bad.
That's pretty rowdy.
I was going 35 on the highway.
Holy hell.
And I was going faster than everyone else.
Monday morning on my drive up
bad.
to Champlain, I hit a patch of fog. Like, I remember coming up over the crest of a hill on 89, and just seeing white. And I was like, huh, that's really cool. And I took a quick video. I think I posted it to my story. I don't know if anybody saw it. Music blasting. And I started coming down the hill, and the white just came up right in front of me. I'm like, oh, that's like literally a wall. So I hit it, and I couldn't see more than 50 feet. So I went from doing 80 to 30.
Jesus.
Because I could not see anything. And it only lasted for about a mile. And it opened up. I was like, huh, all right. Back up to 80 we go.
See ya. Yeah, I had my car on the way back at like just cruise control 85.
Mm-hmm.
And just had my feet up on the seat.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. I don't give a shit. Someone pulls out in front of me. It's their insurance.
That's true. You're not wrong there.
But yeah, dude, striper fishing would have been sick. I don't care. It was sick just seeing the bait blow up in front of me and the bass absolutely demolishing it.
Is it kind of early?
No.
No?
They're on their way. Actually.
So what do you have up there right now? Schoolies or the next size up?
Probably a mix between schoolies and a little bit bigger.
So I'm going to record it. Andrew and I are going with our buddies Dennis and Kyle for a striper guided trip on June 1st. Holy shit, dude, guy, that's the week away. It's a week and a half away. It's a week from this Saturday.
Yes!
Up top.
High five.
I kind of wish we were going for a full day, but the 4 hour is going to be good. And then the plan still is I drive up with you, and then the family meet us up there, and they just want to go out on the jetty. So I'm going to bring 2 rods.
That's what I did yesterday. I can't believe I lost my nickel spoon.
I need to know what jig head and what flukes to get.
Defiant?
Yes.
We have some.
That's going to be, I know it's going to be very expensive to lose those. I don't just have some, I have a lot.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
We can just pull them out and then tell Oliver what we took and pay for them. We'll be good.
Okay, so we have...
Oh, that's a hell of a striper migration.
Yeah.
I'm getting
Schoolies are up in Maine. 30 to 40 inches are here. Ooh. And then 40 plus is down south of the Cape.
Damn. I tell you what, I really hope we all get a keeper again.
Telling me.
Because I would like to have fresh dinner again.
I better catch more than one.
Yeah, for real.
I caught one last year.
How many are we allowed to keep? Is it 1 per day?
1.
Okay. So you got to make it count. Noted.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Hudson River's loaded. Let me go back through some of these comments.
Still on the glide.
Yeah, so that I'm bringing 2 rods. 1 second, dog bone. Bringing 2 rods. My custom spinning rod that I had built, that's like my jig rod. Mm-hmm. And I've got a 4000 series loose reel up there.
Perfect.
I'm going to take that the line off, and I'm going to re-spool the whole thing with, I'm not sure what yet for braid, but something pretty stout. And I'm probably going to tie on a 20-pound fluoro leader.
Just do 15-pound braid and 20-pound leader.
For real?
It's going to be a good fight.
You know what? Then I'm good. I have 40-pound Defiant leader.
Perfect.
And like the big spool.
Okay.
So I'm going to spool all that, and then I'm going to tie on my...
I'm looking for 6,000 size reels.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
big bombs.
I'm going to bring that and see how it goes. I'm going to make sure I tie enough line.
That'll be fine. That'll be perfect.
I'm going to bring that, and then...
I caught sharks on reels smaller than that. You're good.
I just want to make sure, yeah. I just want to make sure I have enough line just in case.
Oh, you'll be all right. 4,000, you'll be fine.
Yeah. And then I'm going to bring that glide that I bought 2 years ago.
That one? The one that was over there?
Yeah, I think it's still in that box. The one to the right. No, that's your left. That's too far right. The one in the middle. Oh. There should be a glide there somewhere. I don't know. I'll figure it out. All right, dog bone. I'll be in New Hampshire with my boat next week, staying in Lincoln. What am I looking at? Ooh, staying in Lincoln with your boat. What you're looking at is a long drive to go fishing anywhere. Because I legitimately can't remember anything up that way that's worth fishing. You got to make a hike. Lincoln. Yeah, dude, you're literally in the middle of the mountains. There's nothing up there. If you go over...
You picked a good spot.
Do I want to tell them about this one? This is one that you and I had kept in our back pocket to go try at some point.
Do some research.
There's not that many options up near you.
You can drive like...
You're going to have to drive.
You can drive like 45 minutes south and go to Winnie.
Yeah. You go to Newfound, it's going to be Bed City. You go to Squam, it's going to be Bed City.
Yeah.
I mean, you might find some post spawners right now, but unlikely.
What's east from where he is?
From Lincoln, I mean, dude, he literally has to drive to Kank or 302 to get all the way over to Conway. There's a couple of good spots over in Conway, but I'm pretty sure that's all spawn right now too. So, unfortunately, I think you're looking at a bed fest, bud. I hate to break it to you.
Just go catch all the bedfish.
Yeah, it is what it is, right? Just make the most of it. Nobody can plan that far in advance on what the weather's going to be like when you get there, but it's whatever. It is what it is. Planning on Squam and Newfound, whenever my wife will let me do. There you go.
Perfect.
I will be up that way this weekend, either Sunday or Monday. We're supposed to guide on Sunday. Totally forgot about that. I got to get a hold of Scott.
Scott.
I don't want to say his last name.
Okay.
However, there is a spot in Vermont that you have been to once with you, me, and John. 62 fish on the sniper day. All smallies and largies. The first time we went there, you killed those fish out deep with a jig.
In the grass?
25 feet in grass.
Yes.
Yep. So I saw Keith had just posted like 2 days ago. He got it out there. It was all post spawn.
Good.
So we can go there.
Okay.
Crush them.
Okay.
Deal with the algae bloom.
Okay. Oh, dude, it's so gross.
It's so gross. So if he really wants to go, we can take him and we'll have a good day. That's an easy drive.
Or we can go where we guided last if it doesn't pan out.
Either one of those, I think, will be fine. I think we'll find post spawn. The first one I was talking about will definitively be post spawn. The other one being bigger and deeper is
Might not
touchy.
be.
That might be a week too early.
That place is bigger than the other place?
There's a lot deeper too. There's a lot more deeper water. It's not that it's like hella deep, but it's definitively deeper.
Huh.
There's a lot more water closer to 40 feet than the other one, which is a lot more water closer to like 25 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
So
you're right.
it's enough. It makes enough of a difference.
Deep grass largies? Okay.
I think it's going to be good this year too.
I friggin' hope so.
Yep. Chris, did you catch up any that way? No. No, we did not catch up anything all the way up top on Champlain. Apparently somebody did. I couldn't find him. We just, kept looking in the wrong areas.
It was tough for everybody that was up there this weekend. Even the Champlain Master Steve had a tough time.
Oh, you didn't tell me that.
He definitely had a tough time.
Really? That makes me feel a hell of a lot better. If someone like Steve was fishing there like his whole goddamn life
And won a Toyota series on there.
Yeah. A Toyota, a BFL, and the CBC. Like, dude went 3 for 3 one year. Okay, if he struggled, I feel 10 times better about that weekend. It's not so bad anymore. Thanks, Steve. But no, it's...
I wouldn't say he struggled, but he didn't do as well as he should have.
Well, it's kind of like us, too. Like, we didn't... Okay, Sunday we struggled. Sunday was absolute struggle. Saturday wasn't too bad, given the conditions. Glass. Bluebird skies and glass on Saturday.
Yeah, it was
Ugly
beautiful, but it sucked for the fishing.
Yep. It's always like that, like, yeah, but feeling when we go out there this time of the year and we have those conditions.
It's like, it's going to suck.
It's going to be beautiful.
It might be good. It might be one of those rare days that it's glass and sunny and it fishes well for that kind of conditions. 9 times out of 10, it's not going to fish that great.
Yeah, truth. Although, middle of summer.
Middle of summer is a different story.
I said we get like true post spawn.
Docks
coming out. I'm actually really looking forward to fishing frog again this year.
Dude, we did last year a little bit.
We did. We got back. We started to get back into the groove. Frog and buzzbait.
Flukes. Flukes and frogs. That's going to be a good time.
So I'm torn. I promised Jared, my oldest son, I'd take him up and try and get him on a big smallmouth. I'm gonna wait and hear from people Saturday, Sunday, figure out what's going on, and then if like they're still heavy on beds up north, I'll take them to Newfound Monday. Welcome to join us if you want. We'll
I
snipe
work.
some beds. It's Memorial Day.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
I'm not working Monday.
But if not, then I know definitively like strong post spawn bite all around us.
I might go striper fishing tomorrow again.
Oh, you should.
I didn't even know if I had my license when I was on my way out there. I was literally on the fishing game website, like putting in my information as I'm driving through traffic, and I'm like at Hampton, and I'm like looking. I'm like, it won't let me buy anything. I wonder if that lets me. I wonder if that's because I already bought it. I don't know. I'm going anyway.
Yeah.
And I ended up looking on my phone a little more, and it said that I had it. So.
Do we need a saltwater license to go out on this guided trip?
No.
Because it's a charter.
No, it's a charter. You don't need it. And,
Yeah.
and if you want your saltwater license, it's only $11 extra.
Oh, yeah, perfect. All right.
So,
Mike, slow pick for us too. 62 is lowest water temp I could find. Caught plenty of fish, but not pre-spawn bite like we were looking for. Did, yeah, that was... we found 61 was the coldest I could find, and that was on the southern end of Butler Island, out like in the middle of inland sea. So if it was that warm out there, that was like the definitive point where I was like, shit, we're just screwed. There's no other way to put it. Masson Basson. He was the guy that was out on my boat with me on Friday. The rod made the bait run better. Yes, it helped it hunt better. That's what Jimmy Reese told me.
You forgot your turtle in the boat.
Oh my God, I forgot to text him that.
By the way, I let it go.
You forgot your turtle in the boat?
It was about this big. I let it go at the shore at Cozy Cottages. I walked out on the dock. I didn't even tell you this yet.
No.
Heard a big sploosh.
Oh, he was a snack.
It was so cute.
There was a couple of 4 or 5 pounders rolling around the docks.
I had 3 of them. I had 2 close to 4 and 1 that was definitively over 5, falling my bait. The 5 pushed the 3 pounders away and came up and hit my glide bait, and it just didn't get the hooks. But they were there. It was cool to watch them follow it. Every single dock down there had a big bass on it, and it followed my bait but would not commit. Well, that's the name of the game up there. This time here, apparently.
Yep. I had asked Denisovich for permission to do something before I went and did it.
Would you done did, or
I haven't done it yet.
you should do it.
Well, I wanted his opinion first.
Kim.
I'm being respectful of the man that
I'm
showed
kidding.
us the things.
It's okay.
Gotta do thing. But yeah, no, absolutely help make that blade bait just hunt a lot better. I will tell you, I do not like the Zako. I don't know what it is about that trailer. I'm just not a fan.
Blade bait or the bladed jig?
The Zako, the Yamamoto Zako,
Oh, you said blade bait.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, bladed jig.
It's okay.
I don't know. It was weird. Like, it was both helping and hurting the hunting on my jackhammer.
Did you do this?
No, I didn't try that. Although I did that with like. You should have seen the massacre of baits.
I believe it.
When I was trying to figure out what the hell these fish wanted to eat, Dave's just throwing a very, very slightly different color than I was for the actual jackhammer, but just a green pumpkin Zako. I tried 3 different colors of the Blade Runner from Beast Coast. I tried 2 different colors on the Zako. I tried 2 different Rage Craw colors, and I tried 2 different Flip and Delight colors. You know what got bit? In the end, I had
Hold on. I have no idea.
The true Fire Craw jackhammer with that blood red Rage King or Strike King Rage Swimmer on it that I have had on there, that one bait on there for like 2 months.
Yeah, it's been sitting on your boat.
Yep. I looked down, I saw it, I was like, screw it. I picked it up. I caught all 10 of my fish on that one thing.
I was staring at you all freaking weekend.
All 10 of them on that. It was great.
Ay, ay.
Boat Potato. Lake gonna be low this year. I'm already depressed. Yeah, it is what it is. It's gonna be interesting. I got plenty of tournaments up there, so we'll see how it goes in the lower water. Tanner, any recommendations for striper charters out on the lower Cape? Family vacation in a few weeks. That's all you. I don't know.
Lower Cape?
Unfortunately, I don't know.
I do not know, sir.
Sorry, buddy.
Apologize.
Oh, God, I have so many emails to answer to. Damn it. I have so much to do. Owen, do you know what stage they're in at Candlewood going June 1st?
Nope.
Pure postpone. All postpone. That's all you got to worry about. You'll probably be able to crack them up shallow. If you can find any vegetation left up there, I'd focus on that. Otherwise, rock piles, nice flats. Just go shallow. You'll find them plenty. That place is definitively postponed at this point. Or I'll eat my hat.
Gotta be.
It has to be. Dude, if we found 74-degree water on the northern end of Lake Champlain,
You're in summer pattern, bud.
That spot we were fishing was maybe 3 miles from the Canadian border. That's pretty damn far north. It was 74 degrees.
We were practically in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, we were. We intentionally went up. Dave and I, when we were out on Monday, we're running around, and I took him up to the train bridge in Missisquoi.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guarantee you will not catch a fish, but I need to take you up there just so you can say you went up there, so you can see it because it's cool as shit. And he was like, okay, we went up, didn't catch anything. I had a pike almost as big as your muskie follow me out from the bridge, and it scared the living crap out of me. Dude, I was looking at him, and I looked down, and I just see this right beside the boat. I was like, oh, Jesus.
Dude, the thing is about that fish, when it hit the glide, I thought it was a big bass.
Yeah.
Because I saw a follower, but the way that the glare on the water was, even though I had polarized glasses on, there was still always that little glare. And I saw it. I saw something big and brown after it. And I was like, oh, cool. I got a follower. It seems pretty good. So I twisted it once, and I saw it turn. I was like, I don't know if that's a bass anymore. And then it freaking came up and engulfed like a 9-inch bull glide. Is it bull glide? I think that's what it's called.
Shad glide from bull shad.
Mike Buka made the freaking bait. And it's 9 inches. That thing practically disappeared in its mouth. It was wild. And it didn't get the goddamn hooks. Somehow it didn't get the hooks. But then it came like pretty much right next to the boat. Got a good look at it. I wanted to hold that thing.
I wanted you to land that fish in the worst way.
I know.
We never go for these things. But, dude, when you see like a 40-plus inch pike come up, it's different. And it's cool. And then especially with this where we're like, maybe it's... Holy boat potato. St. Catherine to 70 Main Lake.
Jesus.
Wow.
That's wild.
Yeah, dude, like when you get one into like that big, different story. I will say, we went out to one of the reefs, and we were throwing A-rigs, and I was like, I put the trolling motor on high and was just looking for bait, trying to find it. And all of a sudden, boom, I saw the motherload of yellow perch. Because I had a couple come up. I was convinced they were. Then I had a couple come up. I'm like, good. And then blimp, 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 blimp. I'm like, hell yeah. Okay, it's going to happen. Third cast from Dave on his A-rig. He set the hook and the thing doubled over. And he was fighting it for a good while and it just came unpinned. So we think it more likely than not was probably a pike that came up and just clamped down on one of the dummies and then just let go. Or it could have been just an unlucky position on the hook. It was a brand new hook. So if it was a smallie, it was a big smallie.
Damn.
Dude, that rod, it was a stout rod. It was a swim bait rod. And that thing was doubled over like a freaking drop shot rod.
Balls.
Yep. And then like 5 minutes after that, I ended up catching a pike about that big.
Ah.
Maybe that big?
Like this big?
Yeah. Something like that. I was throwing a little kitech and a ball jig, trying to roam around those schools, trying to get something to come up on the bottom. And I just started burning it. Jesus.
You know what I thought of that I didn't throw and I really should have?
What?
And we talked about them and I just didn't throw it. Hair jig.
Yeah.
I almost guarantee that would have caught a couple smallies.
It probably would have. I meant to, but I didn't. Because I didn't want to retie my leader with 8-pound.
We were swinging pretty hard that day.
Yeah, we were.
It was 2 days. Big baits, largies. Shit happens.
That it does. And sometimes shit don't happen. Like Sunday.
Yeah.
Chonker hunters, have you all fished Barton's Cove down in Mass? No, actually, we've never been down to that section of the river.
I drove by it once.
Oh, yeah, that was when you're working at SVM, right?
Yeah.
Delivering something? Mm-hmm. Damn. That's a hike.
Telling me.
Yeah, that was like...
I met the dude at what's that beer company?
Treehouse?
Treehouse.
Yep.
I almost went in. But I wasn't drinking. So, and I'm still not.
Dennis.
But we did go to Amigos. And
Yeah.
I got the Dos Equis Amber.
Ooh, I haven't had that
Just
in a
'cause-
long time.
After skateboarding, you like kind of want a cold beer
Oh, yeah.
to ease the pain. So we went there, and it was amazing. And that's it.
Huh. Yeah, Kevin. I was looking at Kevin's comment. Dennis gave me a King Julius from Treehouse.
Triple J.
It was good. I paid for it mightily the next morning.
I believe it. God.
I can't drink beer anymore. I got too many stomach issues that it literally doesn't matter what kind of beer it is. Messes my stomach up.
Same.
I make one exception. Probably half of what Treehouse offers. If it's like any of the run-of-the-mills, like, don't get me wrong, I love Hayes, and I really like Julius, but I've had enough of it that it's like not a big deal. However, he even had Very Hazy. That's one of my favorite beers from them.
That one hard to get.
It used to be, but not so much anymore. But if it was something like that, like Very Hazy or like King Julius or Juice Machine, some of those special
He's not
ones.
stuttering. It's literally what it's called.
3 J's and then 3 S's at the end.
King Julius. It's good.
Oh, it's phenomenal. And I enjoyed every sip of it. I had 2 giant burgers, and I washed it down with that, and I died.
Dude, this dude, so I left work at 5, met David Roy here at 6:30, 6:30-ish.
Yeah.
And then we drove up to Champlain together. We didn't get up there till around 10:15-ish.
Yep.
And he had freaking burgers ready to go.
Smash patties, bro.
Champ.
It was good. It was really
dude,
good.
They were so good.
So we had
They're
burgers.
even better for me.
We had burgers last night we were there, but instead of buying a whole pound of hamburgers, we weren't sure like we were going to eat it all and didn't want to throw it away. They had a package of 4 pre-made patties, and it took a while to cook them through. And like pre-made, they're usually thicker, so they're a lot harder to cook through like thoroughly on cast iron. Yeah. But I got a nice little sear on it. I cooked it all the way through, and I took a bite, and I was like,
Not the
same.
Did you eat the rest of the tips?
yeah. We polished off the.
Dude, I was
rest of the beef
having the
jerky.
hardest time finishing that because I ate so much.
It was so good.
I was sitting there like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I had like a half a freaking tip left, and it took me like, I don't know, it took me a while to finish that. You guys were already gone, sitting on the couch watching TV, and I was still sitting there trying to eat my steak.
Like a little kid that told he couldn't have dessert until he finished the steak.
And then I continued to eat a lot of snacks after.
Yeah.
That was fun.
For good reason. Reasons.
What are you going to do?
Honestly,
Sue
like,
me.
overall, it wasn't that bad of a trip. Tuesday, the last day we were there, thanks to Dennis.
Still fun.
Yeah. And salvaged it really Tuesday morning. We had 21.5 pounds in our best 5. And I barely helped that. I had a 4-pound 1 ounce in that bag. Dave did it all. Dave had almost 21. Is that right? Or did he hit? No, I think he had just north of 21 pounds on his best 5 alone. Yeah, it was.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep. So that was the best single day of fishing he's ever had. And I was really happy for him. He caught 20 fish and he a little north of 21 on his best 5, which was awesome. But couldn't have done it without Dennis giving us some really key information to go and make the most of it. But once we figured it out, like and made it work, because it wasn't just like go throw this. There's a little more to it than that. But we hit him pretty good, and it was good. I got 3 over 4 pounds on the weekend, but no true giants. Like they were all just barely. It was a 4-pound 3 ounce, a 4-1, and a 4. But hell, I'm always happy about getting 4, so I'm not going to complain about that. But I don't want to make it sound like I was cracking giants up there. A lot of 3-pounders though. The average did not disappoint. That's for damn sure. Very few squeakers. So while it was tough to come by them, when we did, they were pretty good. Didn't quite get to do the things I wanted to do. I was looking forward to an A-rig bite the most.
Yeah. I was looking for a glide bite because I would literally threw a glide bait almost the entire time I was up there.
Yeah, you did.
Oh well.
Just a good time. It's always a good time going up there this time of the year, every year. Just a bunch of dudes hanging out. We fish. The shortest day I had for a full day, excluding Tuesday, was 12 hours straight of fishing. So we're usually out the door 7:30ish. Usually not back until much later. A couple nights we got back at close to 9. And then I'm up till like 12 o'clock or 1 a.m. so I can dump all the GoPro footage because that takes time. And I even dumbed down the resolution and frame rate to make the video file smaller so it doesn't take all night. But we burn the candle at both ends. We eat a ton of good food, shoot the shit. Usually have some cold ones. It is phenomenal. And one of the things that we had talked about that I would still like to do, and I kind of want to try and organize it for later this year, is I'd like to do like a Reel Nothern Bass tournament somewhere, but make it like a destination thing. And I don't know if it's going to be too late now to allow people to plan for it. This is something that probably should have been in the works like 3 months ago. But that is
even if it
I'd like
happens
to do.
next year, I'll just fly up for it. It's only a 3-hour ride flight.
Yeah. Well, then maybe next year, but like properly plan it out. And it'd be cool to do like a 2-day thing so that people could justify being away. But I would want to do it so that people could really like kind of hang out and enjoy themselves. Make the most out of the weekend without feeling obligated to really be hanging around, but give that opportunity. Like Friday evening, just to do a big cookout, bunch of people, whatever. Throw whatever on the grill and just everybody can hang out. And then after that, like it could be either a 2-day tournament, or for people that don't want to be there all day Sunday and have to make a long drive home, Saturday could be the formal 5-fish tournament. I'm formulating this plan as I'm speaking. Sunday could be like a 6-hour big fish tournament. Just one big fish. Winner takes all.
I like that.
That would be sick, because then makes weighing in a hell of a lot quicker and easier.
One fish. What do you got? 3 pounds? You're out. See ya.
And then everybody get on the road that much earlier. You know, like going fishing for 8 hours for one giant, that's asking a little much. But go out for 6 hours, you know, do like an 8 to 2. Be awesome.
That's not bad at all.
No, let people, and even put it to a vote, as long as we're within state regulations. If people want to go out a little bit early, like if we could take off at 6 and people wanted to go for that really early morning bite, then like, hell yeah, we'd do that too. I don't care.
Just go 6 to noon.
6 to noon would be pretty awesome.
And then fun fish after.
Yeah, anybody wants to stick around. I'm sure it's one of those, you pick a spot that like people could just stay. Dude. Okay, I haven't heard from Dennis, but I'm going to say it. You know what would be friggin' ideal to do this at? Cozy Cottages.
Is that what you were...
I wanted it, but it's fine. It's fine.
It would be ideal because everybody gets a house.
And it's on Lake Champlain.
And it's on Lake Champlain.
So we could do a split. Smallie, largey. The only problem is, if the water's down, we can't use that ramp. Yeah. There's a public ramp right up the road. Not even 5 minutes away. And there's no restrictions on that.
Cary Bay?
Not quite that far north. It's near James and Steve's place. It's on the west side of North Hero, Grand Isle. It's on the New York side.
You know how we could pay for this? If you guys all donate, we'll take all your money and then we'll throw it towards the Cozy Cottages jamboree.
So, we stay at Cozy Cottages in Grand Isle when we go up there every year. Places are great.
They're sick.
Because they're cheap. The only weird thing that I don't have a problem with it, some people do, you gotta bring your own bedding. So like sheets, blankets, pillows.
Sleeping bag,
towel.
sleep on the couch, and then have your neck feel like this for 2 days.
When you forget your pillow. So
I forgot about that.
Place is awesome. Their rates are so ridiculously good. They have their own private ramp. If the water gets really, really low, it gets extremely difficult for a full-size bass boat to launch out of it. But I saw, was it Andrew that asked about kayaks? I want to make sure that I got the right one that said it.
Yeah, right there. Right below. Down.
There
right
it is. Kayaks included this tournament? Yeah, dude. If we pick the right spot, then kayaks can absolutely go.
Big
And
boats,
fishing
John
in the gut.
boats, kayaks,
It's good fishing there.
canoes, whatever the hell you want to bring for your flotation device, bring it.
Dude, that would be fun. That's what I'd like to do. But I tell you what, if you're looking for a place to go, especially early in the year in Lake Champlain, check out Cozy Cottages in Grand Isle, Vermont. Those guys were awesome. Dennis has been going there forever. I've been going up there this is my 4th year or 5th year. They've been going up there. I look forward to it every single time. It is awesome. Why is the lake going to be low? They just always...
Nah, dude, just weigh the
just
fish.
happens. I think they kind of draw it down a little bit in general anyway, but they don't get a ton of water, like a ton of rain. There's a lot of current coming through there, pulling all the way down the river, down to the St. Lawrence. So it always ends up getting a little bit low.
Alec, all you got to do is weigh it and take a picture.
Yeah, as long as that would work. Code word to give them. Verify that the scale's accurate. That's easy enough. And I'm not allowing that Rapala bullshit. Not that junk thing that every swimbait tournament uses. Advertises plus or minus 4 ounces on the accuracy of that thing. Nope. You want to do this? You got to have a good scale. Bubba or Brecknell. That's it.
No, those are so expensive. Not everybody has money to go buy a freaking scale that's $200.
All right. Well, you can't use a $20 scale, that's for sure.
We'll figure it out. We'll iron out the details.
Put some work on the chatterbait elite a light. Wow. Evo the Springs. Nearly on par with the jackhammer. Better blade paint, sticky hook keeper, Just may need to crimp the ring attaching the blade to the head. Neat. I did throw one, Tuesday, and I liked it. I was impressed with it. Worked pretty good. Kevin, Route 2 drawbridge was stuck up today. That sucks.
Whoops.
That's how it goes. Oh, no. Kristen texted me earlier. She's like, hey, I'm going to go up to Newfoundland with my dad. What do we do? So I told her. But I can't read all that right now. Figure it out. But, yeah, man, that's it. Now we return back to our normal schedule for a while. The only thing that I know collectively we have on our plates coming up. Oh, I saw another comment. I'll get to that in a second. I think it was Alec about videos coming up. Yes, get to that in a second. So, next up is just continuing to fish every Sunday as usual. But Saturday, June 1st, we got a striper trip for a half day. It's going to be dope.
Yes.
Sunday, June 30th, New Hampshire Bass Nation on Newfound. First tournament of the year.
When?
Sunday, June 30th.
The end of June.
End of June.
Okay.
First tournament of the year. That'd be good.
We should probably try fishing that place after the spawn, just so we can know that we still know how to fish it.
Yeah, I plan to. At the very least, definitely the Sunday before. It's like a week before. I might be able to get out Saturday, the day before the tournament, just to go scout, because they don't have it off limits. So if we find them good on the Sunday the week before, we know where we were doing that. I can go out Saturday before the tournament, the day before it, and just go poke around and scope them and see if they're all still in the same areas.
We should take freaking Active Target off the boat, because apparently we do better in tournaments without any electronics.
Just don't turn it on. It'll be fine.
We know that like good enough.
We really do, though.
Yeah, but we need it. No, we don't.
We don't. You're not joking, though. We've literally done better without it than we have with it. It's
I know.
kind of weird.
I know.
And then a couple more tournaments after that, but nothing crazy. No, some travel, some family vacation stuff, but otherwise we're looking pretty normal here. The bulk of the heavy traveling is done for the better part of the year, so that's good. Last one, Alec, what are your thoughts on fishing when they're in that post-spawn funk? What do you rely on to try and get bit? Dude, good luck.
Sleeping in.
Yeah. That post-spawn funk is probably one of the hardest times of the year to fish. It's brutal. But
Get out there early and throw top water, and then leave by 8.
Yep. Weightless Texas rig fluke always does well, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to that. Lily pads are up. I just want to go burn that thing through the pads. Frog and a fluke. So much fun. Can't wait for it. Okay. That's it. Short night.
That is all. No, I mean, not really. We're only 7 minutes shy.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure what we're doing for next week. I know we are very overdue for getting Tim Dewey back on, but I really wanted to give that guy a break because he's busy. I know he's traveling a lot. So, I haven't even texted him. I just wanted to, you know what? Let him focus on his tournaments for a little bit. We'll catch up after. But I'll reach out and see if he wants to come on next week and touch base. If not, we'll figure out another time for him to come on, and we'll make plans, and we'll figure out something next time, too. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, we're done.
We will see you guys next week, as always.
Wait, pause. New content coming. Sorry, I forgot to answer that. Yes, next video, which I'm aiming to have up this Friday, is one of the days up on Lake Ontario in the St. Lawrence, which, of course, the one day I could record, didn't have any of the 7s, but that's okay. There's still a couple of 6s. It's a good day. The rough edit is already done. I don't see any reason why I can't finish this and have it up for Friday, so that's the plan. Okay, sorry, go on.
We'll see ya. We'll see you guys next week, as always, at youtube.com/@ReelNorthernBass. And be here next week on Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, everybody.
Adios, muchachos.